Hi guys, welcome along to a little video. I wanted to say hello again at the end of 2025. Today is Saturday and obviously it's the sort of holidays at the moment. Hopefully you've had a good few days off. You joined me in the workshop where the last video I uploaded I think was beside the David Brown tractor, and we did a little bit of an update on where things were with that, which has now sold and gone, but that was in this workshop just over there, actually nearly where I'm stood now. And you might notice there's a few differences. We have some lights up here, we have cladding on the walls now. It's become a very different space, a shed that has been derelict for a long time, just slowly working on tidying it up, is now a space we can work in again. We have got behind me, you might have seen this recently, a Morris Minor 1955. It's been on our shorts. 39 years ago was the last time it was taxed and on the road. So that's a little project my brother-in-law and I have purchased. Dad's been working on it with us, just getting it going, recommissioning it, getting it ready to sell. We have also got another MGB, which was a little bit of a last minute, completely out of the blue purchase last weekend. I'm quite excited about that. I haven't had an MG for a long time. I do love them as cars. If you know me, you'll know I've had loads of them over the years. So we've had a couple come and go and a midget and things in the last 2 or 3 years. But this one I'm thinking of keeping. I'm thinking of doing it as a project for the channel again. We had the Roadster a few years ago, which didn't get finished. With the move to where we are now and a few other things going on, it didn't happen. Back into COVID, we had the engine apart, didn't we? We had the cylinder head off, and I sent the head away to get worked on. We were going to do an unleaded conversion on it, and I think 2 years later I got the head back eventually. I think the company that were doing it were just struggling with the backlog after the pandemic and things like that. So that didn't get finished, as you'll probably know. But we have another one now, and I'm tempted to sort of rejuvenate the working on the MGB projects with this new car. It is also a 1968. It is also mineral blue, but it has a hard top, not a soft top. It's a GT, not a Roadster. So would you like to see that on the channel? I know I put a post about it the other day. Would you like to see us work on that and bring a few videos on it? Let me know in the comments. So the other question I wanted to ask basically was along those lines: what would you like to see? What do we do with this channel? Obviously, when I set it up, we were doing a lot of Automobilia. We still are. I'm still doing the memorabilia, petrol pump restorations, etc. I've got 5 on the go for customers at the moment, but in various different states, and they're not easy to film the progress on those, but we will try to. You'll see around me, we've got all sorts. We've got a caravan project there, a transit van, some signage up in the workshop, etc. We'd still do a bit with the memorabilia. We will still do that, but things have evolved a bit. We still have the Porsche tractor that we were working on. We've got this MGB, we've got the traction engine, we've got all sorts of stuff. Truck, I've got a new truck. The Foden has gone. I have a Scania 4 Series, which we're working on and restoring now. Would you like to see a bit on that? So, do we rename the channel? Do I keep it the same? Do I rename it? Something a bit more generic. My dad used to have a slogan sign written on the front of his lorry with the family name. Maybe I could go along those lines. It was Palmer's Old Iron. Do we do that to encompass all the old machinery as well? Do we just keep it the name Dougie P? Do we keep it Vintage Automobilia? What do you think? Let me know again. What's most interesting? What covers all bases for what we try to do? I've kind of always wanted the channel to be a little bit broad and covering everything, just a bit of our enjoyment, a bit of our hobby, as well as kind of what has been my work for the last 10, 11 years with the memorabilia, but not just that, because it's, you know, anyone who doesn't want to watch the Automobilia, then the vehicles kind of introduce another element to it. But we'll see. Let me know in the comments, what would you like us to do with this channel? Basically, we've come to this point over the last couple of weeks since having the Morris Minor here, and last weekend buying the MGB. We've also got some friends moving over soon. They're coming nearby. He's a mate of mine I've grown up with, young and enthusiastic, and keeps telling me I should do something with this YouTube channel again. And he's even offered to do a bit of filming and editing with me as well. So that might help give me a little bit of enthusiasm to do a bit more with it. So here we are again. It's usually this time of year when we start thinking, oh, okay, we'll film again. We've got time to do editing in the evenings, longer nights, etc. What would you want to see? Let me know in the comments. I thought I'd do a little bit of a video rather than a post with a poll. Just have a chat. Yeah, tell me what you want from us. I'd really like to do something with it. Obviously, we follow loads of people ourselves. Mr. Hughes is one I sort of particularly follow. Colin Furs, all people like that that just use their name and do all sorts of wacky things. We're not that big and special, but it would be really nice to see, can we get this channel over 1,000 followers? Can we do something that more people are interested in? What would you like to see going on here down in Devon? So, a little bit about me, if you don't know. We are here in the UK, in Devon. We travel all over the country to various shows and steam rallies and all sorts through the year. We do a lot of restoration work, mainly vintage Automobilia, hence the channel name today. So petrol pump restorations we do for clients all over the place. We do enamel signs, oil cans, etc. We go to auto jumbles all over the place. We've done some TV work with a few people you might have seen us with Henry Cole before. That's loads of fun, it's great. But we also, as a family, have a passion for vintage vehicles, from motorbikes to tractors to cars, everything. We've got a bit of a collection between me, my brother-in-law, my dad, my sister, wife, all of us. We've got sheds full of stuff, and we can always do projects and things with those. So would you like to see us do that? I've got a Honda motorbike actually to restore as well. So I could do that on the channel. Let me know. What do you think? Right, here you go. A little walk around of the Morris while we're here talking, so you don't have to look at my face all the time. This is a 1955 Series 2, I believe, with the split window still, but it's got the overhead cam engine. It's got the slightly redesigned front. This was in a barn. A friend of ours, or a chap we sort of know, a couple of villages over, was moving. He had to clear out, and we purchased it from him. We've started polishing it all up and cleaning it up. It was all hazy and faded, scratched, partly dismantled. Hubcaps are off, doors were loosely fitted. So we've just been putting it back together, really, trying to get things working. And she runs now as well. So this one is nearly ready to go and find a new home. We're just going to let it go to a new owner as a bit of a project, but a rolling project. She does run and drive. And someone else can make the decision what they do. Do they want to do a concourse restoration, or do they want to just keep it as it is, run it as it is? Personally, that's what I would do, is a sympathetic restoration. Just enjoy it as it is. So yeah, excuse the poor quality of me filming on my phone. This is just a brief little upload. I've probably waffled on a bit, but basically, yeah, tell me what you'd like to see. Hopefully you want to see us doing something on camera. That would be nice, and we can bring you some things you'd like to see. We'd love to be able to get some more followers on the channel, so please hit like, hit subscribe, share it to your friends, whatever, and just let us know in the comments, what do you want to see through 2026. We can bring you more updates on the cars and some of the projects we're doing. We could do a series on the MGB. I could do a series on working on my motorbike, if you're into bikes, and we can try and bring some memorabilia again. Maybe even now we've got the space here, we could do the Workshop Wednesday type things again, with restoring the odd bits and pieces. Yeah, just let us know. We hope you've had a good time off anyway. We look forward to being able to see you a bit more on here over 2026, and yeah, stick around, stay tuned, see what we do. I will try and upload some more very soon. Thanks very much, guys. See you soon. Bye for now.